So tonight I'd like to share with you some ways that technology is integrated into the classroom. One of the things we use each morning as the kids come in is they do their lunch count and attendance. As they come in, their names are down on the bottom and they slide up to tell whether they're buying lunch or have their lunch box. We have links directly to Infinite Campus, and then as they finish, we move into our morning meeting, where we talk about how many students there are in the class. If we're missing someone, the students can come up and tell by using the number line how many students are absent. We also use the weather with a direct link to weather.com, so we can tell the temperature and then we adjust that onto the thermometer. Another way throughout the day that we use technology during language arts with Fundations, the students have their own magnetic tile boards, and I have a version up here that the kids can manipulate. If we're building a word, and they can do it with their boards, and then we can do it together up here. We also, with the help of our tech integrator, she showed us how to record handwriting. So as we're learning, as the students are learning new letters, we have links for each of the letters, and they can watch as they're practicing, and we can say the directions for the handwriting together, and this is on a repeat. So we have one for each letter of the alphabet for them to refer to as they're practicing. And again, this was something that our tech integrator showed us how to do. Another website that we use is RazKids. RazKids is a site that each of the students have a login that they can access at home, but we also use it at school, and it links to, it's part of the Reading A to Z program. And in that program, we can pull up books that are either the same or similar to the books that they've accessed at home, and they come with lessons that focus on different story elements. For example, it might ask them to use the pencil tool to circle the title. And so they'll come up here and do that, and then underline the author and the illustrator. And again, this is something that the students are doing. They know how to manipulate the different tools, and then together we'll read to do the different activities on there. And they love this because they're familiar books, and it just takes them to the next level to be able to look for different story elements throughout their reading. With math, we use the Smartboard. Investigations has pre-done lessons that tie into our curriculum. So this is a lesson that we downloaded and from Investigations, and what they would need to do here, the question is, how did you measure? So they would then, we talk about the baseline and measuring, and the students come up and we make predictions of how long we think the shoe is. Another piece is the lessons don't always tie in exactly how we'd like them to. So we take the concept, which here our target question is, how can we figure out the length of something and record it? And we use the Infinite Cloner, which is a tool in Smart Notebook, and the students come up and they demonstrate how they can measure, and we talk about not leaving spaces between things. And then once they have the line measured, they'll come up and show different ways. So this is line A, different ways to record their information. Maybe it's with circles, and maybe it's with lines. But it's a way that the students can manipulate and use the board to show what they know. And again, it's a combination of what Investigations provides us and what we can create on our own. Let's see. through the Fathers Club, we purchased games, a variety of games from Lakeshore, and this is one of them where the students will have a whiteboard on the carpet with them, and the activity is to build CVC or three-letter words. So the picture will come up, and it says the name of the picture. On the carpet, they build the word and write the word, and then I have students come up here. Let's see so you can hear the sound. So that's pet. So then a student would come up.
Hey.
And build the word. The students on the carpet would then check their answer.
Placed all the letters correctly. Pet. Great job. You completed round 1.
So it's interactive, and then as the students learn how to play these games,
The word rat.
as a whole group, this activity can become a small group center during Daily 5 or during developmental play centers when a lot of the students want to actually use the smartboard to practice skills that they've learned. Brenda Windsor, who is our tech integrator, comes in to our classroom and actually has been doing science lessons with us. Through those lessons, not only are the students learning, but there's always a teacher piece to it. So with this activity, the goal for the students was to identify features of or signs of spring and summer and winter, of the different seasons, in photographs or pictures. And for the teacher, it was the idea of using the snipping tool and the screen capture tool. So we watched the video, and then throughout the video we would pause, the students would look at the pictures, and then the teachers learned how to use the screen capture tool or snipping tool to then cut pieces and paste them onto the next page. From here, the kids could come up, and so this was a picture of spring, and they would then circle the different signs of spring that they saw in each picture.